Assalamu alaikum. This is Aisha Pervez and I am the member of PQ Research and Development. And I hope you all are fine and learned a lot from my previous lectures. So today's lecture is going to be start like move on. So some basic rules of different sentences are here like present indefinite. So change of the tense when the reporting verb in the past like present indefinite, present continuous, past indefinite, past continuous, present perfect and past perfect, present perfect continuous and past perfect continuous, past indefinite and past perfect, past continuous and past perfect continuous. I think you all are known about these tenses. So will change into would, shall into should, can into could, and may into might. Example like in direct speech, he said, I am a cashier. I am very big player of basketball. So present indefinite tense here comes out, and in direct speech he said that he was very good player in basketball. Change into past indefinite tense. So next one, present indefinite and past indefinite clear with example. And indirect speech like I said Hina warrior is going to outside, is going to outside. I have just cleared in my previous lectures ing used for continuous tense. So here is use of going. Okay. So use of going clear is present continuous tense, and indirect speech like I said the Hina was going to outside like for shopping and other things. So here is the use of was. So definitely you have to be shown like the tense of previous tense was present continuous. Okay, we didn't mention on there was, were, this type of words, and in this statement I mentioned was like she was going. So change into past continuous tense. Okay, was mean tha. So past continuous tense and past continuous tense. Next, it was raining. It's also past continuous tense, and indirect speech past perfect continuous tense. Like Aisha said that indirect speech. So we have to be use the word of that. Aisha said that it had been raining. Okay, it had been raining. Recognition of past perfect continuous tense. Okay, I am just mention all examples with the all tenses. So listen carefully, and if reporting speech expresses some universal truth or habitual fact, then the tense of the verb is in the reporting speech is not to be changed into the corresponding past but remains exactly the same. Like indirect speech, like direct speech, I'm just thinking like he said Uzma is better than he said Mac is better than Windows laptop. Okay, and indirect speech, don't forget it, I am just mentioned here corresponding sentences like indirect speech he said that Mac is better than Windows laptop. Changes you have to be find out. Okay, so further further direct speech, our teacher said time and tried for, none. Like our teacher said, you can mention, I am just using here some difficult words because I just want to see you have to be struggle for yourself. Okay, so we can continue with this statement. Yeah, direct. Our teacher said time and trade wait for none. Okay, so indirect, our teacher said that. When you will see that, you have to be clear your concept. This statement is indirect speech. Okay, our teacher said that time and tried wait for none. Okay, so words here is showing nearness of time or place are changed into words showing distance. Okay, so I think so many rules and so many concepts I have clear in front of you in my previous almost 3 lectures about all sentences. So you have to be practice which example I have given to you in my lecture. So you have to be find out some alternative examples to analyze yourself. Okay, so be practice with yourself because it's time to be analyze yourself because almost mine I think 23rd lecture 23rd lecture has done. So you have to be used to yourself, make habitual to yourself to find out more and more things which you didn't know. So if you have any question about my today's lecture and my previous in any lecture, you can ask any question from my first lecture. Okay, and I am available in front of you for replying you. So don't be don't be feel hesitate and release your shyness in front of me and in front of all others. And when you are going outside and face the society, so you have to be confident. Okay, how can you talk, how can you build up your confidence in front of any people? Okay, so please be practice with yourself like as usual I am saying practice makes a man perfect. Okay, so may Allah bless you. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum, this is Aisha Parvez and I am the member of BQ Research and Development, and I hope you all are fine and learned a lot in my previous lectures. And today I will just tell about some basic questions, English questions. How can you answer them all questions? Okay, so sometime even when you know a lot of English and you can have difficulty finding the right words and phrases answer the simple questions simple questions like general questions in English language. What do you do? What do you do? So and you feel hesitation and sometimes you didn't get point to the other person. How can you answer of this question? So what do you do? The question means what is your job? What is your profession? So you can answer like I am a student. I work in a bank. I am unemployment at the moment, and you didn't done anything right now, and I run my own business. Okay, I run my own business. Like the word run means you are the primary person responsible for operating that business. Okay, so if you are retired, like you can say I am retired now. Okay, I used to be an engineer, and retired means you have stopped working. Okay, usually after 50 and 60 and 65 years old can say I am retired person. Okay, so next question, are you married? and you can say yes, I have been married for 2 years now. Okay, and I am engaged. We are getting married next year. We were getting married, sorry. And no, but I'm in relationship. Nope, I am single. Nope is a formal way to say no. Okay, so next question, like, why you studying English? Okay, if someone asking you about this session, why are you learning English, why you studying English, so you can say for work, so I can communicate when I travel. I love learning new languages because I would like to immigrate to US, and I am thinking of studying in England. Okay, so the correct way is thinking of studying and not thinking to study. Okay, so further question, like how did you learn English? Okay, and where did you learn English? How and where, you can say answer of this question like this. I took classes for 3 years and I did intensive course, and I have been studying on my own. Okay, on, OWN, on. You can say also studying by myself. I picked it up from movies and songs. In this context, picked it up means learned it casually. Okay, alternative word of casually, picked it up. Okay, and my father told me. So use all these words, and if you have any vocabulary, so you have to be find out other words. And further question, what do you do in your free time? Okay, I'm just telling you the English common questions. How can you answer them? Sometimes you're feeling hesitation and you're confusing. How can you answer all these questions? So just you can learn in this today's lecture. Like, what do you do in your free time? Okay, so you can answer, I don't have any free time. I usually hang out with my friends. And hang out, here a word of hang out. Hang out means to spend time in an informal way. Okay, so I go running a lot. I do volunteer job. Okay, so I like reading and relaxing at home. Okay, so you can use all these things from answer to the other person. Okay, so next question further might be possible. What's the weather like? How's the weather? So many times I am asking my conference call to the for you. So how's the weather, and what's the weather like? Hot and cold. Okay, and it's pouring. It's pouring, and take umbrella. Pouring means raining very heavily. Okay, pouring, raining very heavily. A little chilly, you can say a little chilly. You might wanna be bring a jacket. Okay, and chilly means like bit cold. Okay, like bit cold. And gorgeous, a perfect summer day. Gorgeous, you can say gorgeous. Okay, mean perfect summer. It's quite cold. Make sure to bundle up. Okay, bundle up means wear warm clothings from protection against the cold. Okay, so alternative words, you have to find out all these things. It's quite cold. Make sure to bundle up. Bundle up is a new word. Bundle up means to wear warm clothings for protection against the cold. Okay, and next further question, what's the time? What time is it? Okay, do you have a time? Common question. So you can say it's 10 o'clock. It's half past. Half past of 4. Okay, and the mean of half past, like it's 4:30. Okay, half past of 4, 4:30. It's quarter to 12. Quarter mean 15 minutes. So this mean 11:45. Okay, 12 quarter 11:45. So let me check my phone. Sorry, I don't know answer of this question. Sorry, I don't know. And further, can I help you? Do you need any help? So this is a question you might hear from any employee and salesperson in a store. So like you can say, no thanks, I'm just browsing. And browsing mean looking casually at the items. And yes, to have this in a large size. And yes, where are the try rooms? So you can answer like this. Try rooms mean the place where you can put all the put clothes to see if they are right or size, and you feel it like them. Okay, so yeah, can you tell me how much this is? Yes, I am looking for something. So it's all these answer of how may I help you, how can I help you, this type of things. How it's doing, how it's going. So great, couldn't be better, and this means that everything is excellent. Okay, fine. How are things? You can say like this, not bad. How are things with you? I can't complain. And do you really want to know? Okay, so normally when people ask how it's going, they expect positive response like fine or good. If you say do you really want to know, it means that things are going badly. Okay, if you that things are going badly, but you are sure if the person wants to listen to your problems or not. Okay, the next person, you have to be sure he wants to answer from your side or not. Okay, so further, how are you feeling? So you can say great, never better, and I'm all right, like I need vacations, and I little depressed, really awful. This type of answers you can say. You are feeling awful for both physical and emotional pain. Okay, so how was your day? Really good. This means really good and eventful, pretty eventful. Like this means nothing particularly special, interesting happened during the day. Okay, so very terrible. I wasn't tired and I was in bed. It was it's one of the best I have ever seen. So no, I don't think so. Lived it up to be high. And the further question, if you're taking any party, so when you're coming back to your home, your father and your brother asked to you how was the party, so you can say crazy. It was absolutely packed. Okay, so packed means it was crowded. Okay, it was absolutely packed. Packed mean it was crowded and there were many people there. Crowded mean so many people was there, and it was good time. Small but fun. So can you give me anything like this? So this type of question, so many questions I have. I just want to share with you answers all these questions, and inshallah in my next video you will take all my further questions. So I will try my best to find out more questions for common question to learning English. Okay, so in today's video you have to find out further more answers and use in daily routine these answers. Okay, then you can make useful your habitual your language about all these answers. Okay, so thank you so much. Allah alaikum. This is Aisha Parvez and I am the member of PQ Research and Development. I hope you all are fine and I'm also good, alhamdulillah. So today I'm going to tell you some basics of English tenses. So you have to be find out all in my lecture overview of all tenses. First of all, verb tenses tell all how to relate the flow of time. First of all, tenses tell us how to relate the flow of time. Like there are 3 verb tenses in English language, like present, past and future. The present, past and the future tenses are divided in 4 steps. In 4 aspects like the simple progressive, perfect tense and perfect progressive tense. And further, there are 12 major verbs that English learners should know. Okay? So, English has only 2 ways of learning tenses from the verb alone, that past and the present, and for example, we draw and we drive. We drove and we drive. Like to form other verbs tenses, you have add a form of have, be or will in front of the verb. They are called, so all these things like have, be, will in front of the verb, these are called helping verb. Okay, helping verb like time, culture and grammar. Verb tenses can be difficult to learn in a foreign language. Different cultures think different ways about time. Different cultures, different way about time. Chinese, for example, has no any grammatical verb tenses, and other language like Indonesian express time only through adverbs, and there are no changes to the verb form. Okay, English verb tenses give many details about time and action, such as like in the action finished, how long did the action happen? How long, it means here is the discussing about the time. How long did the action happen? Was the action repeated? Was the action not repeated? You have to find out. Like, did the action happen at a known or unknown time? And is the action and habit plan, different kinds of planning, it is difficult to think about some actions like that do not exist in your own language. So it can many years for English learners to master verb tenses. Like, let's get started all these examples and definitions about all tenses. Like, we are going to simple 12 verbs of tenses using word drive. Like, first of all, simple tense. Okay, so simple tense is we will start with the simple tense. Like, these are probably the first tenses you learned in English. Simple tense, obviously, probably the first tenses you learned in English. Simple tenses usually refer to the single action. Like, in general, simple tenses express fields and situations. सिंपल सेंटेंसेस में हम अपनी फीलिंग्स और सिचुएशंस को एक्सप्रेस करते हैं, एंड दैट एग्जिस्ट इन द पास्ट एंड एग्जिस्ट इन द प्रेजेंट और विल एग्जिस्ट इन द फ्यूचर. ओके, लाइक फॉर एग्जाम्पल, simple present tense. I am just talking about simple present tense. I drive home every day. It's a simple sentence. And how can we deliver it past, simple past sentence? I drove. Just change the verb. I drove home yesterday. We are going to passing out the next day, so it would be past sentence because yesterday guzra hua kal. And simple future, I will drive home later. I will drive home later. I'm just giving you the all sentences one example, so you have to be find out and do all further examples. All these sentences like progressive. Progressive is the alternative word of continuous sentence. Okay, let's go on the progressive tense. Like we use progressive tenses to talk about unfinished events. Progressive tenses are also called continuous sentence. Like present progressive, I am driving now. And past progressive, like past continuous, I was driving when you called. And future progressive, I will be driving when you call. Okay, and perfect tenses. Now let's look the perfect tenses. Like perfect tense cause the most confusion इसमें आ जाती है. To put it easily, simple, like they express the ideas and one event happens before another event, and like there are so many times in tricky expectations and the perfect sentences, like which we will discuss in about future episodes. Like the adverbs never, yet, and already are common in perfect sentences. Okay, yet, already, and never are common in perfect sentences. Like for example, in present perfect sentence, I have driven that road. I have driven that road. And past perfect tense, I had already. Past, I had already driven that road in the past. Okay, and future perfect, I will have driven 200 miles by tomorrow. Okay, so you have to be understand situations and how can they make all these sentences. Okay, so and next move on perfect progressive, perfect continuous tense. Like finally in the progressive tense, generally perfect progressive tenses express duration or have long. Okay, and perfect progressive tenses usually include the adverb of since, like present perfect continuous, I have been driving since his morning. I have been driving since this morning, like and we are going in past perfect progressive tense, like I had been driving for 3 hours before I stopped to get gas. Okay, so how can you convert all these sentences from simple sentences in past perfect, in past continuous, in future perfect, in future continuous? Okay, and in future perfect progressive, I will have been driving for few hours by the time I drive. Okay, so don't worry if you don't understand everything. Here are some recommendations we have to be learning verb tenses. Okay, so in adverb, and adverb is just like your friend. Okay, so these 3 sentences can make all the basic overview of sentences. Okay, so you have to be find out all different basics, different examples. Okay, and practice about all these sentences. Inshallah, we will discuss tomorrow about verbs and adverbs, because I just want to mention all these things, all clear your concepts. Okay, so please be practice about all these sentences, and when you will have grip of all these sentences, then you can make all your statements and conversation, all these things. Okay, so be practice, because practice makes a man perfect. Okay, thank you.